Do you see that? Right between those two trees? It's absolutely nothing. I just want to see how many of you would be squinting trying to see something. So I am posting these videos from December 1st until May 1st every Tuesday, running errands in town. The first thing I have to say is I really don't edit them much. Because you're just missed the most of the drive. The other thing I want to say is I am recording these videos mostly in December and January because I don't get a lot of opportunities to make videos in the winter going out because the weather's bad. But on a day like today, it got very warm. It's actually December 9th at just before 11 a.m. And I think that this will be a little confusing when you watch the videos. This video should be going up around the end of January or maybe even in February. And the reason I'm making these Tuesday videos is because there's two reasons. The first one is I just wanted to see if people would enjoy them. The second reason, and really the main reason, is because what I notice with YouTube is when I'm putting out 3 videos a week, they're spreading the views across the videos, almost like there's a set amount of views I'm allowed to, you know, each channel's allowed to get. And I am a smaller channel, so I can understand this. But I wanted to see if I put out 4 videos, if they would spread all the views I usually get now over 4 videos, or if they're actually going to give me 300 or 400 more views per video. Those are the 2 reasons I'm making these videos. I'll run into the post office and be right back. And temperatures have actually gotten up to 40 degrees today. This is why I'm going out, and now I'm going to run to some place that you've seen in my previous videos, but a lot of the snow has melted, and it's amazing that just a week ago it was minus double digits, and today it's 40 degrees. The whole week it's been in the 30s, and on Friday, after 7 days, it's going to get back to cold. The one problem is extremely windy, and this is a very windy area. And I'm sure now as I'm speaking. I hope you can hear me. So let's move on to the next place. So we're about at 11 a.m. now. It's pretty much going to look like this the whole day. Again, it's November 9th. The video will probably come out in February, late January if I'm lucky. What we're going to do now is I'm going to head down to the lake in the center of town. This is where I made a previous video when my friends from Slovenia visited. We went there and had a pizza. Usually I'm expecting nobody's going to be there. I've been there maybe 7 or 8 times, and when I went with the people from Slovenia, there were a few tourists there. They all came in one van, and other than that, I've only seen one other person, or one other time was there someone actually there when I got there, and they were 2 people sleeping in their car, probably just driving through. I think it was in July. And I'm figuring now that the roads are going to be mostly clear and not icy, I want to head up there and see what the lake looks like in the dead of winter. I didn't stop there. And this is really cool, the mountains. One of these is Mount Denali. Don't ask me which one. I think there's 2 or 3 different mountains in this view. It's just people say look at Mount Denali. And I look up and I see mountain size of that whole thing. And they say, no, just one of them. And everybody kind of points in a different direction of which one it is. So I'm going to go with it's the one on the far right because that's closest to Denali. Although they're all in Denali, so I have no idea. Grocery store. I'll be going there after we visit the lake. This lake's called Otto Lake, and I actually almost stayed this winter in the lodge that's right on the lake, and this is where I preferred to stay because every room has a balcony and the balcony's facing the lake. Unfortunately, they were charging too much for the winter rates. And I think I've said this in other videos, you know, my entire life I've pretty much been lucky. I haven't had to take medicine. The only medicine I take is thyroid medicine. I've been taking that since my early 20s. Other than that, I really never had to take much medicine, if any, really. Definitely no prescriptions on a long-term basis. After my first winter here, I went for a checkup, and the doctor put me on a high dosage of vitamin D. And I understand that. I mean, depression is a problem here. I don't have any problem with the I don't want to say darkness. This is just no light. It's not dark. It's just no light. I don't have a problem with that mentally. But I guess the vitamin D affected me. It affects a lot of people here. And she gave me a prescription for 3 months. And after 3 months, all that she said is, here's another prescription. So I have a feeling they're going to keep me on this permanently. And that's fine. You know, it's one tablet once a week. And I guess it's just one of the things some people have to go through when they move here. There's plenty of people here who take vitamin D all the time. There's the little trains. That's where you know where to turn right if you're ever here and you want to see Otto Lake. Pretty easy to find. The road is called Otto Lake Road. And there's actually a golf course down here, and a lodge, and an ATV tour guide, and I think something else. I don't remember what it is. And I'll just get out shortly and make a quick video because it's windy, and the wind, I'm looking forward to minus 27 again, because 40 degrees with this wind, it's more unbearable to be outside than it was when it's minus 27 and no wind. The wind is just unkind and brutal. And when it comes in gust, it just blows you across the parking lot. I was walking out to the car, I'm pretty sure I flew 50% of the way there. And after the lake, I'll just head on to the grocery store, and that's probably where I'll stop the video. I'm just gonna grab some stuff. And even though it's 40 degrees, it was so cold and there was so much ice, you can feel the bumpy ride and the ice right now. I can see the ice. When I get out of the car, I'll be able to feel the ice. That's the golf course. And this is, let's see, do I want to go there? Nope, next one. I'll come out there. This is the lake, and it looks like, as usual, nobody's there. I got some ice on the water. I didn't expect that. I thought it was all going to be melted because of the temperatures. And I've come out here once or twice and ate some lunch just on an afternoon when I had nothing to do. So it is a little slippery. I have to watch out for the ice. And this is, again, this is something I really like about living here in Healy, is that no matter where you go, it always seems like you're the only person. You've got a front row seat to everything that you want to see. And that's just nice. The lodge that I wanted to stay at is back there, and it's right on this lake. And this lake goes around the bend. I don't know if you can see it up there, and it goes further down there, and it turns into another, you know, round circle of a lake. Here's where the people, if there's anyone here sleeping overnight, they're usually over there. There's a playground for whatever reason. And there's a picnic table. At 0 degrees, sometimes even -5, you don't have to wear gloves. The air is so dry, no gloves necessary. Your hands don't get cold until about 10 minutes outside. In this weather, 40 degrees, I have to put my gloves on or my hands would be freezing cold. It sounds to me like this is a scam. The weather is a scam, the meteorologist is a scammer. They're all scamming us. Oh, can you see the clouds moving? They're moving really fast. We are approaching noon time now, and I'm gonna end the video once I get to the grocery store, get some gas in the car, buy some lunch, head back to the room and edit some videos. I did get some good news, it seems, regarding the business licenses that I was trying to get in one of my last videos. It looks like they're gonna let me just get one license and use it for eBay, YouTube, and my remote work. I just had to categorize the title of each job a certain way, and then I could put it all under one business license. And that's not bad, because each business license costs $50 per year. So instead of paying $150, they worked it out with me where I only have to pay $50 a year for all three things. And I did stop with YouTube, I did stop with eBay when I found out I need a license for that. Yeah, I didn't know this. In Europe, in Austria, when I was reselling on eBay, if you didn't make a certain amount, you didn't need a license. And it was also, you know, much easier for me to get a license there because I was familiar with everything. Here, I'm really not familiar with the way everything goes, and it is confusing for me. You know, what license should I get? Then they want some numbers. I don't have all of this stuff. I've been gone for 32 years. So I need help from people to, you know, tell me what exactly is, I don't know, it was something like an ETTN number. I don't know if everybody has that, or if you have it only after you register a business, but it requires you put one when you're applying for the license. So these are things that there's no way for me to do it. Someone has to tell me what to do. But the good news is $50 a year instead of $150 a year is great. If you drive down this road, you get to the Denali Park entrance and one in the backside in about, I want to say 5 minutes. That's why I'm pretty sure I'm going to have difficulty finding land or a little place in Healy itself. It's just more expensive because it's right at the front door of Denali. And that's something, again, I'm still, you know, my mind, my decisions keep on changing what I'm gonna do, where I'm gonna start looking. I'm even considering not renting this summer in Healy and renting maybe in Nenana or in Cantwell, which are both about, you know, 50 minutes from the center of town because it's cheaper. And I'm not far, so I can still come and look at property if I see any. I'm also considering renting in a place called Anderson, which is about 30 minutes outside of Healy, because it's a very inexpensive place. The problem is I've just heard a lot of things that I don't like about the town. You know, the problems they may have there. But you know, maybe I find something to rent there for 5 months during the summer, and then I can see for myself. Because a lot of times people tell you, oh, that place isn't good because it has this or that, and they don't really know. You know, they've heard it through people, and the best way is, if I'm there for 5 months, I can form my own opinion on how it is. So there's so many things. I mean, when I make a video about these things, 2 days later, I think to myself, why did I make that video? I completely decided on something else now. And every 3 days, my mind is changing on what exactly I'm going to do in the summer. Honestly, I think I'm going to find out this spring or summer. Also, the option is to stay in this lodge longer. I think I've mentioned that in the past. I'm pretty sure they're not going to be able to do that, which I completely understand. So, another crowded day at the grocery store. And have a nice afternoon. I'm just going to open my window and yell, "Fill her up!"